Enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. It's Rob and Sandra from My Wife the Dietitian, and this is Nutrition Nuggets.
Hey, Rob.
Hello, Sandra.
Let's talk about the toasty.
The toasty.
Yeah.
I love the toasty.
It's kind of like a grilled cheese, but
better.
But grilled in this little
toasty machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We never had these before until our son introduced us to them.
Actually, I grew up with one, but I didn't know what it was when we had it. It was just a grilled cheese machine. It was like 2 flat irons that you sandwich, but it was a little different. I just don't remember it being the same. Good. But yeah, our son was on a trip and someone there had one of these, or the place they were staying had one. And that's all they talked about, how good these toasties were. And when he came home, he's like, we got to get a toasty machine. They're awesome. And so I think we bought one for $6 at the thrift store. Mm-hmm. And it is awesome. It makes the best sandwiches.
So good.
And fast. They're ready in like a minute.
Yeah. I know. They're like the fast food that is just comfort food and delicious. And we usually make it and have it with our homemade lentil-veggie soup. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like just a cheese toasty. Well, that's all we do. But you just discovered this, like, what is it, Jamie Oliver cookbook? I got this cookbook, Jamie's 15-minute meals, delicious, nutritious, super fast food. And he's got Bring Back the Toasty.
Absolutely.
On page, 250. He's got 2 pages of toasties, all different styles, Viva la Toasty. And there's like 8 different pictures of different types of toasties.
I think you should sort of like describe them.
Yes.
Because you were reading this to me while we were driving, and I was sort of starting to drool a little bit.
I was going to say, he's salivating.
Some really interesting ideas, because we've just done like cheese and like just
onion.
Yeah, red onion.
Yes.
So good. That's kind of my go-to. I just like the flavor. I've always liked cheese and onion sandwiches ever since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So in a toasty where the cheese is melted and the bread gets just a little bit crisp, but not so hard. Good. It's not like toast, right? It's a little bit crisp and it flattens it a little bit. It's just something magical about that versus making a grilled cheese in the frying pan where things just get, like, you don't need the butter or the oil, right? So it's just the natural crisp or whatever's in the bread, I guess. But yeah, it's really, really nice.
Yeah, different texture than grilled cheese in the pan.
I like it way better.
It's kind of almost like a pizza crust.
Yeah.
In a way.
Dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fluffy.
Mm-hmm. Still. Yeah, the bread's soft, but it's got a little bit of crisp, like a light layer of crisp on the outside, but it's still soft on the inside, which is what makes it awesome. And
we use sourdough mainly.
Oh my God. Sourdough's unreal because it brings out the flavor of the sourdough when you heat it. And even toasted sourdough does that too. If, like it's just heating it brings out that flavor. But yeah, sourdough toasties, that's the next level.
Because I think you used some other bread the other day for a toasty. It didn't quite work.
It was like a brioche kind of, which is sweet.
Right.
It would have been great for French toast. I didn't realize that's what brioche was, but it just was the wrong bread for, because I had like cheese and hot peppers or something like that. And then it was like this sweet bread and it's like, it's kind of not, I mean, it was okay.
I thought you'd like that. It was considering you like salsa with French toast.
It wasn't gross. It was just like, it wasn't my preference.
Yeah.
I still ate it and I would have had another one, but it just was like, no, it's better with, like it was a 6 out of 10, where the sourdough is like a 10 out of 10.
Oh, so good. Yeah. I think I've used sun-dried tomatoes and basil.
Ooh,
oh,
really?
So good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be good.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of onion too. It's just to make it just a little bit different flavor.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So good. So yeah, the ones that are mentioned in this book, the recipe book by Jamie Oliver, smoked salmon and egg toasty.
Smoked salmon and egg. So do you cook the egg first, I guess? Like you're not, I would imagine you'd cook like a fried egg or something and then add it to the toasty.
That is very interesting. I think, yeah, I would definitely.
That would be good because I grew up, my grandfather, I guess, used to make these, he'd like make a fried egg in the pan with onion and he'd melt cheese on it and then he'd put it on toast, like in a sandwich. So it's kind of like that. But you're using the toasty to melt the cheese, like the toasty machine to melt the cheese and blend it all together, I guess. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. Yeah, and it has some chives and an egg and cheddar cheese and smoked salmon.
Oh, wow.
So good. And with this one, you'd actually leave a hole in the middle for the egg.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's a different one. The next one is Greek style. And what do you think is in that?
Greek style would have some feta, probably.
You
Maybe
got it.
black olives, some red onion, maybe.
Ooh, it doesn't, but that sounds delicious. Yeah, but it's got feta and tomato and avocado and oregano.
Oh, yum.
But I like the black olive idea. That would be delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That sounds really good. And then there's another one with, arugula and mushrooms and cheddar cheese.
Arugula?
And chorizo sausage.
Really? In the sandwich? Like heated?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I never thought to heat arugula. I wonder what that would be like. I guess it's not heated that much. Like it would still be, because it's, like I said, it's only in the machine for like, it's like making toast. I mean, it's a minute or.
It's a toasty.
Yeah, it's a toasty.
Do you spell it I-E or with the Y?
I spell it I-E.
And so does Jamie Oliver.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but other people might spell it with a Y.
Yeah, like our son. We had quite the discussion about that the other day.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And they're so good when we cut them up like quarters and dip them in the soup. The lentil-veggie soup. So good.
It is. Well, it's a nice compliment because it's like a sandwich there's not a lot. I mean, health-wise, it's lacking of all the nutrients that you're getting in the soup. So to have them together, the soup and sandwich combo, then it's kind of a really nice, you get the whole spectrum of everything there.
Absolutely. Delicious. Yeah. Yes. Another one here. This is a sweet kind of flavor with chocolate, honey, ricotta cheese, banana.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I bet you could probably put peanut butter.
What kind of chocolate? Like
dark
chunks of chocolate?
Half an ounce of dark chocolate that is 62% cocoa. Or I'm sure you could use whatever you want.
Like chocolate chips maybe. And yeah, I'm thinking peanut butter, banana, chocolate chips. Classic.
Ooh,
you could make s'mores almost. Like a s'more toasty.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Is there marshmallow in that though?
No, there's
You'd
not.
Need some marshmallow. That'd be pretty sticky, but that's just like a s'more.
It's ricotta cheese.
That's odd, but I bet it's good.
Yeah, I would give it a bit of salty taste.
Oh, true.
And creamy.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like really, again, cooking is a bit of science, but also art.
Oh, absolutely. And the creative element.
Absolutely.
Makes it fun, right?
The combination of flavors. You found out you didn't like that bread with the savory foods.
I also found out years ago that I like mustard on vanilla and chocolate ice cream by accident.
That
was a weird accident that turned out okay.
Yeah, that is bizarre. You don't actually go and.
No, I don't. I don't do that all the time, but
deliberately.
I did it by accident. I thought it was the chocolate sauce. It was dark in the kitchen when I was making my ice cream, and I grabbed the mustard thinking it was the chocolate sauce, and I squeezed it all over my. It was like a vanilla ice cream with chunks of chocolate in it. And then it was on there and I'm like, well, I don't want to waste it. So I ate it and it was so good. It was surprisingly delicious.
It sounds like an experiment or like a dare.
Yeah, totally. Right. He would think to put mustard on ice cream, but because of the tangy, sharp flavor of just the regular bright yellow French's like hot dog mustard, that kind of mustard, right? Oh. The sharp kind of flavor contrasted with the sweetness and the kind of bitterness of the chocolate. And it was just this, it just all like worked together it was really interesting in a good way.
There's no food rules, eh, Rob?
No. So that was fun little discovery. Did I ever tell you about this? Back to the toasties. I saw this YouTube video of this guy in Europe somewhere making like the ultimate toasty, and it was like a restaurant kind of. He had like the big grill, right, and the big paddle kind of thing that they use when they're cooking on the grill, like whatever that big flipper thing's called. And he was making this monster sandwich. And then he got an iron that you iron your clothes with. So he had the one side of the sandwich was facing the grill, and he was ironing the top of it. So like that's how he made his toasty, because this thing was way too big to put in a toasty machine. It was like a sub, like a sandwich the size of like a loaf of bread is basically what he was making the sandwich on. And he cut the loaf of bread in half, put a bunch of stuff in the middle, and then he was like flattened, like he was using the iron to flatten it down but heat it at the same time, and it was hilarious.
That is funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's
Who would
crazy
think to use an iron in the kitchen, but I guess it makes sense for the gigantic toasty.
Yeah. And talking about this with the toasties, because they're bread, I would love to do an episode eventually on healing your relationship with carbs. Because so many people I talk to have been on and off, low carb, no carb, like they have a fear of carbs. And I think it's unwarranted and it's unnecessary. And if you are doing any kind of exercise or working out, you need some carbs, or your body's going to use the muscle to fuel itself. So eat your carbs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bread is not the enemy.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a problem with gluten, then you could use gluten-free bread. And we can talk all about different carbs, like the simple carbohydrates and the complex and the high fiber, starchy ones. But really, our body uses carbs, and it's just Mother Nature. I mean, they're not the enemy.
Mm-hmm. So we need to eat toasties, bottom line.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying that, but this is just an option.
Kinda.
Oh, well, it's you know what? Toasties are so delicious, and sometimes it's great to have like a convenient meal like this. It's homemade. Mm-hmm. It's delicious. Everyone loves it because it's like grilled cheese, grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Oh, that would be good too on a toasty, is mozzarella and tomato with a little bit of hot pepper, banana pepper in there.
And basil.
So go on basil. Oh, man. We haven't eaten dinner yet, and I think that's making me hungry. We're going to have to go eat some yummy toasties or something.
Let's do it. Let's go eat.
All right. So there you go. There's your little nugget for the week. If you want more ideas, join our newsletter. That's our weekly newsletter. It's free to join. You can sign up on our website. It's mywifethedietitian.com. Lots of great ideas there, recipes, food tips, updates, all sorts of stuff. It's definitely worth signing up for that. If you have questions about nutrition, about anything we talk about on the show, or things that you would like us to talk about on the show, send us an email. We'd love to hear your thoughts, hear your questions. You can email us at mywifethed@gmail.com. You can also reach out to us through our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love to hear your comments, your feedback, anything that's on your mind. It really helps us. You can also rate and review the show. That would be super helpful as well. There's usually a way to do that on most of the podcast players. Love to hear your feedback. And share with a friend. That's something else that's super helpful for us. So that's it for this week. We'll be back on Monday with a full episode. So until then, have a fantastic week. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.